1 2 1 2 testing 1 1 2. One, two, one. All right. All right, everybody. How are you? How are you? Hello, MJ Tap. I'm fine, thank you. Good morning, team. Good morning, Ron. So I got stopped out of my gold longs. Um, and I do have a very, very nice possible short on the USD CAD. I've been hunting this short on the USD CAD, for the entire session. But because we do have Bank of Canada rate decision, I am not going to place, a limit order just yet. You had a banger of a short on GU. That's awesome. I reckon you took this spike high, right? Short, boom. I had this short on silver, right? Right now would be running at 9R. Massive setup, massive, massive setup. I didn't take it because, um, yeah, let me explain why I didn't take it, right? After the break of the Asian session lows, right, we got one and two breaks of the structure to the downside. So, yeah, after those breaks of the structure, right? I was looking at DXY being kind of weak, right? And I rather got in longs on gold. First of all, I stopped trading silver because of high spreads, right? And the setup gold long was optimal, my opinion, right? A fakey below the Asian session lows, and then massive volume, massive, massive volume, massive bullish volume. Now, in hindsight, maybe I should have waited for price to break with these highs, to confirm, the change in the bias in this market. It was kind of an aggressive entry, at this imbalance right here, but it's fine. Right. So right now, I'm not going to place this short on the USD CAD, even though it's amazing. It's an amazing setup. It would yield around 8.68 R, but we do have Bank of Canada rate decision. So let's move forward. And this short on the pound yen that we have with the swing trade group that I send, on other groups, it's also a great, great setup. What I like about this setup, let me go to the 10-minute chart so I don't have to, you know, to zoom in on my candles. So what I like about this setup is this, right? After the failure of breaking with this high, price has been making lower highs and lower lows. But if you notice, this move is very, very choppy, right? It's very choppy. Now, this creates a ton of liquidity here that I reckon is going to get, liquidated. And we do have a massive, massive zone here that it's actually my entry. So I'm going to wait for this. Price can in fact continue lower before coming back. It is a swing trade, so I'm going to hold on to that sell limit. USD CAD. Right. So where is the setup short here on the USD CAD? Right here. This would be actually a 6R. It would be a 6R, but it's going to get very, very volatile. So we'll see. We'll see. Now let's talk about U.S. equities. Very choppy today. Very, very choppy, non-directional, if you ask me. The Dow continues to make lower lows and lower highs. Yesterday, also, I got stopped out of my Dow longs, right, right here, right here, boom. So right now, possibly looking for shorts on U.S. equities, but the thing is this, right? I'm going to wait for the open. We got the last break of the lows here, and if price, rallies heavily and breaks with the London highs, possibly the Asian session highs, that would, signify a shift in the bias on the short term for today, right? So let's wait for the open so we can clearly see what we will do here. I was short on GJ last night, but closed full before GBP PMI this morning. I was in on the very top after the change of character on the 1 minute. Amazing, mate. So talking about GJ, right? I was possibly also looking for shorts here at this zone, right at this breaker, but again, because of the break, it wasn't a break, right? It was a fakey below the Asian session lows. That setup was not optimal, even though it's running, right, and would be running in profits for about 65 pips or so, but everybody's a hindsight hero. So let's wait for the open, 3 minutes away from the open. This was the setup that I should have taken in hindsight, of course, in hindsight. All right, so other than that, just waiting for, for CAD data to hit the wires. Maybe we can get that pullback towards this zone, and but because it's going to get very volatile, I really don't know if we're going to get a time, to get in on, on an optimal level, right? Because of slippage and etc. So let's wait and see. S&P 500 also very choppy. Let's go to the 5-minute chart. Also very choppy. So let's wait for the open. Let's wait for the open, to get some sense of today's direction. So other than that, guys, how are you? Look at the Japanese yen basket, rallying heavy. So remember that I told you that I was I was possibly looking for this, this pullback short on the pound yen. Well, that was because I was looking at the Japanese yen basket and was possibly looking to get long on the Japanese yen at this level. Right now, it is running in what would have been my direction, right? But the highs have not been broken yet, so it's still not 100% bullish in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see. Do you think gold had a chance to hit 2018? 1918? Yeah, most definitely. So the market just opened. Hold on. The market just opened. Let's have a look at equities. Oof. Market just opened and the US dollar is rallying. So here we go. Now, again, very non-directional day for me. If you notice, London session, trading inside the Asian session, New York session, trading inside the Asian session. To me, that is very non-directional. So it's hard, to have a true bias when that happens. But let's wait and see what happens, right? Um, so Euro US dollar. Now, this is something I was looking at on the Euro USD, but again, I'm not. The Japanese yen basket just broke with the highs. Um, Here, this zone. This looks amazing for a long. Actually, let's have a look at the 3-minute chart, which is my preferred time frame. Actually, it looks very good, but I am not going to get on an aggressive entry just yet. I'm going to wait for price to maybe hit this zone, and right. So this is what I'm going to wait for, right? If the US dollar keeps on rallying, that will mean that the Euro US dollar is going to dip below this low. It's going to liquidate all these weak players in the market, right? Which is, one of my flags to get long on a short pullback. So, but I'm not going to place a buy limit just yet, right? Which is what I normally do. What I'm going to wait for is price to hit this zone, liquidate the last low, then break with the highs, and then here I'm going to try to grab a long on a much better risk to reward ratio. That is if the US dollar, right? That is if the the US dollar doesn't break with the Asian session highs, right? If you notice, I'm sorry, I'm still hurting on my throat. So if you notice the same setup, it's the same price action, of course, that we're looking at on the Euro USD. Wow, US equities, boom, god damn it. Yeah, this is very bearish, and of course, no setup for me. Ooh. Maybe? No, I'm not. No, maybe on the Nasdaq, but not certain about it. Let's focus here on the Euro US dollar. I'm gonna flag it, and on the US dollar CAD. Big move on the Japanese yen. So I am not going to delete this pending order on the pound yen, right? Even though price has moved from the highs to the lows, more than 100 pips, right? I'm not going to delete that order just yet. It doesn't matter. This move really doesn't matter to me. I'm just looking for that pullback, and maybe, right? This is the thing, right? Maybe if you notice, my targets are this lows, this liquidity, right? On the 4-hour chart. If in fact I get the pullback and I get triggered, I'm not going to I'm going to manage my trade a little bit differently, just by looking at the forward chart, right? This is a real magnet area, massive key level in historic price action, right? So if I get the pullback and I get triggered short on the pound yen, which will mean that I'm going to get triggered long on the Japanese yen, um, um, yeah, I'm going to manage my trade a little bit differently in the sense that, yeah, I'm possibly going to take, just partials here for a possible break of these lows because if in fact this plays out, the move to the downside is going to be quite massive. Have a look at the US dollar. Have a look at the US dollar. So this means that the Euro USD is bouncing from these lows. Now, this is great, guys. This is great. This is great, actually. I really like this price action on the USD right now, showing a ton of sellers here. Of course, that to me, going short on the US dollar right now is very weak. This will be chasing the market, in fact. And um, if you notice here again, you know, the New York session bouncing from the same lows as the London session. This creates a ton of liquidity. So these are weak players in the market trying to get long on the break of the highs, etc. Right? So very possibly I will be actually placing this buy limits on the Euro US dollar right here. So let's see about the risk to reward ratio on this possible trade. To the highs, we have a 3R, right? Yeah, ultimate targets would be here for about 5.7R. So I am most definitely going to place this, but not just yet. USD CAD. So we have today we have US PMIs. I don't think this is going to be a big market mover, but the Bank of Canada rate decision is going to be a big market mover on Canadian dollar markets. That's the main reason that I didn't place this sell limit on the US dollar Canadian dollar. I find it a little bit too gambly. All right. I'm digging the setup on the Euro USD. Let's just wait for for that push to the downside. I really dig it. And of course, I think that the trigger to the move on the US dollar is going to be this PMIs in about 6 minutes and a half. Yeah, it's the same. So, any questions? What are you guys looking at? This is looking very good, guys. I'm just going to wait to get confirmation. Not going anywhere. I'm going to I'm going to be here through PMIs and of course the Bank of Canada rate decision. Maybe we can get some. Oh, look at this. Maybe we can. I don't think we're going to get some shorts on the US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, but this was a good setup. All right, what do you think about this possible um, this possible short on the US dollar, like going long on the Euro USD? Yeah, absolutely no trade for me on US equities today. Yeah. All right, so let's have a look at this. It's quite funny, but actually, guys, if gold breaks with these highs after breaking with these lows, we might actually get a long setup again right here on a pullback. So let's just wait and see. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit too early. Actually, I was the liquidity uh, today in this market, sadly. I think it's a good trade. I feel like DXY is a bit overbought and needs a bigger retracement. Yeah, I agree, but I don't. The thing is that I don't see the markets in terms of overbought and oversold because a super strong market can be overbought for a long period of time. So that's why I think the RSI and all of this oscillators are misused by most traders because they take overbought prints as signals to go short, and that is not how you read oscillators. But yeah, maybe let's have a look. I mean, let's wait and see. Also, again, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see if right now placing those buy limits on the Euro US dollar would be in fact placing sell limits here on the US dollar, right? It's the same thing. It's the same setup, right? But I really, really need to wait to see because this is a very strong. I mean, just have a look at this, how bullish this market is, right? And because today has been non-directional in the sense that the London session is trading or traded within the Asian session, and I'm sorry, the New York session is trading within the Asian session, right? There is, to me, personally, there is no direction. Um, for today's session. So, trading the short side on the US dollar, right, will be very very aggressive and quite risky, in fact. So I really need to wait and see what happens here. I, uh, you know, um, I really need to see a some kind of a reaction and a failure to break with the highs, etc. So I mean, I'm going to stay here and we'll go through that trade, that possible trade together. Have a look at the Japanese yen basket. Fakey, big fakey, right? A ton of breakout traders just got trapped long here on the Japanese yen basket. So very possibly, we're going to get that pullback, towards this zone, which is the pullback that I'm waiting to get triggered short on the pound yen. Yeah. So let's just wait and see what happens, guys. All right, PMIs in about 45 seconds. I don't have my squawk on. Sorry about that. That was a great short. 20 seconds. I'm gonna take off my hoodie. PMIs. All right. Hmm. All right. Yeah, I should have connected to my squawk. So missed on PMIs. That's going to be bearish for the USD. I really like the lack of momentum here. I really, really, really like the lack of momentum here. So, yeah, I'm a little bit undecided about this. I'm gonna wait, for this candle close before deciding if I should in fact place this buy limit. Advanced Live, DXY failed to moving up. There is strong dynamic resistance. Yeah, maybe, but remember that it really doesn't matter because just have a look at this. Here we had a super strong resistance again. I mean, what you call resistance, right? So, to me, levels of support and resistance, I don't see the market in terms of levels of support and resistance at all, at all, because, you know, um, um, placing trades based on levels of support and resistance to me is a little bit of a gamble because no one knows if those levels are going to hold or not, right? More so on a super strong market like the US dollar right now. That's why my focus on a daily basis is just this. You know, I get my directional bias on the break of the Asian session range, and then I wait for the pullbacks below the weak players. So this is a very, very, very good setup on the Euro USD. Yeah, I'm going to place this. So my entry level is going to be 0722. I'm going to target this, and my stop loss is going to be this. So I'll send this to the VAPs, and I'll place it myself. I really like it. So it's a buy limit, guys. Mhm. All right. And here. So it's a 5.5 R. My gold buy limit. No, my gold buy limit got stopped out, made. My entry was here. My stop loss was here. So I got stopped out. Oh, you're talking about the possible new uh, buy limit in gold. Yeah, I mean, I really need the break of the highs in order to place, a buy limit here, and this would in fact be, my entry level, and I would target these highs for a 4R or so. But I need the break of the highs, so I'm gonna target red. And this is placed, so I'm gonna target blue. What? What? Multicolor flag symbols? What the hell? I mean, I pay for this shit. Well, fuck it. Yeah, so sending this to the VAPs. I'm also going to send it as a free trade because why not? All right, so let's wait and see what happens. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, right. So here, this was the entry, my entry zone right here. Yeah, but you know, um, maybe the mistake that I made on not taking this trade was, making the decision not to take this trade based on the Bank of Canada rate decision, which was at the moment that the setup was built was 2.5 hours later. So, yeah, I'm going to record the video for the Euro US dollar. So hold on. All right, traders, let's have a look at this possible Euro US dollar long. After PMIs missed, I'm looking at the DXY. This is the US dollar currency index on the, sorry about that, on the 10-minute chart, right? So, first of all, this is quite, in my opinion, a little bit risky in the sense that today was non-directional to me, at least, for the US dollar. If you notice, the London session is trading within the Asian session, and the New York session trading within the Asian session. But we do have a possible short opportunity here at this zone on a failure to break with these highs, right? Price printed a new lower high. On the Euro US dollar, this is what I'm looking at. I don't know what happened with my charts. Apparently, yeah, I don't know what happened with my charts. Doesn't matter. So on the Euro USD, what I'm looking at here is there's a ton of liquidity built here. After the break of these highs during the London session, weak players trying to get in long on the move. Again, during the US Open, more liquidity being built up. So I am waiting for those players to get liquidated and hit my entry zone after that liquidation right here, boom. And then, for the continuation. So if price breaks with these highs, I'll come back and I'll come back to see if I delete my pending order or not. Gold. All right, gold broke. No, it's about to break with the highs. So we possibly might have something here. I really don't know what happened with this. Apparently, the automated payment was not taken because I can't have a look at this. This, yeah. All right. It happens. It happens. That happens to me with my risk calculator too. I don't know why. All right. So just sending the video to the VIPs and to the free group. Mhm. All right. And here we go. Mhm. All right. So go broke with the highs. Let's have a look at this. This is very good. So if let's just have a look at this. We got the last sweep of the lows right here that liquidated me. Then we got the break of the highs. So this is what I look for on a market shift. Now, this is the 10-minute chart. I would love a pullback. Hold on. Let me just delete the drawings here. Actually, not. So I would love a pullback towards the 1923.75 or so. Um, yeah. And the reason that I took those longs earlier, right, is because of this massive, massive key level in historic price action. So let's have a look at this. From this high right here, massive key level in historic price action. So, I mean, if we go even further back in historic price action, you can see that this has been a massive key level. So, let's go back right here. I don't know, maybe here. It doesn't matter. But this is why I took it, right? Bouncing from this, this key level. My decision to place that pending order was not made on, you know, on a bounce of the key level, but when I saw that gold was, trading towards that level, and with lack of bullish momentum, and I saw this two very bullish candles, I decided to go long again. My mistake was not to wait for this break, which made me the liquidity. Now that this has happened, let's go back to the 5-minute chart. We actually can have fun with this. Here's where I place my buy. I'm going to give you some room. I'm going to target this level right here. This looks very good too. All right. Any questions? We are 2 minutes away from the 1 minute away from the Bank of Canada rate decision. So why don't we shift to the USD CAD just to have a look what happens during that data dump. All right. So 1 minute. I don't have my squawk on. I should have had it. Sorry about that. All right, less than a minute, 3 seconds. All right, they held it. ISM services PMI on the US side. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, shite. I got stopped out. Oh, this is not my day. Oh, I forgot about ISM services PMI. Yeah. So I'm done for the day, guys. I misread this. I completely misread this. Yeah, I took this as the PMIs for today, and I completely misread it. Really, really not my day today. Thankfully, I didn't place this gold long either. Yeah, this would be extremely aggressive. This short on the USD CAD will be extremely, extremely aggressive. Of course, that I'm not gonna take it. Of course not. Yeah. So down 1% today. Myself. Overall in the week, down about 2.25%. But it's fine. Yeah. But this is a little bit infuriating. I misread the economic calendar. Completely misread it. Yeah, so I'm done for the day, guys. I'll be back tomorrow. It's fine. Low risk, 0.5% per trade. Lost two trades today, down 1%. I'm still running a couple of swing trades myself, so not really down 1%. I'm going to take some profits just to level out today's losses. And yeah, I mean, what an idiot. I completely misread this. All right. Yeah, thank you for joining me, guys. I'll be back tomorrow, with a fresh head and clear mind. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll give you a couple of minutes. Then I will log out. Mhm. Yeah. So no questions? Again, have a look at this. This would have been very, very, very nice sniper entry, long on the US dollar Japanese yen. But again, um, it was not on the Japanese yen bias to get that, to place that long. Yeah, so be careful, don't chase the markets. Losses are part of the game, even when they're stupid losses like my Euro US dollar right now. Um, but let's come back tomorrow. And yeah, There's still divergence. Where? You're welcome, Mina. A gold will go up. Yeah, but you know what? I'm done for the day, mate. I don't chase my losses. More so when when my second loss was because I misread the economic calendar, thinking that this PMI was Canadian PMI, not US PMI, thinking that this was the PMI US data that I was waiting for. So yeah, I'm done for the day. All right. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers.